Do you want to know what William Bradford and I have in common? If so, I encourage you to watch this video till the very end. This is the fifth video in a 7-part series where I showcase how we constructed our commercial store building using shipping containers. If you haven't seen my 4 other videos, I encourage you to do so. You will have a better understanding of the reason behind and how we started using the shipping container as our major structure for building our commercial store. As you may know, Governor William Bradford was the leader of the Pilgrims that came to the United States and also was the governor of the Plymouth colony. I will give prominence to his faith and his vision of finding a new country where they can freely worship God and find a better way of living away from the British tyranny. I will also share with you how my faith and my vision became my strongest arsenal and attributes in building our shipping container store. There's a popular saying that goes, "Without vision, people perish." If you haven't heard of that saying, I encourage you to go ahead and research it. You will learn a lot from that book. And I can guarantee you that the more you read it, the more you will become wiser in life and in business.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. By faith, the elders obtain good report, and through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God. Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Sarah. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and being persuaded of them, and embracing them, and confessing that they were both strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek another country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to return. But they desired a better country. That is a heavenly one. Wherefore God was not ashamed to be called their God. And he hath prepared for them a city.
And now let's talk about the vision of William Bradford and the Pilgrims. They imagined a new country, a new land where they can freely worship God. From vision to execution, they started to embark on a journey that is tumultuous and hard, and some of them even died. They sacrificed so much, but they became successful in the end. Once you have your vision set in your mind, I would like to encourage you to start executing. A lot of people that I know are stuck in just the vision process. They just dream, they visualize, but never get the real execution of their vision.
When Apple Computer fell on difficult times, this was years ago in the very beginning, its young chairman, Steve Jobs, traveled from the Silicon Valley to New York City. His purpose was to convince PepsiCo's John Sculley to move west and run his struggling company. As the two men overlooked the Manhattan skyline from Sculley's penthouse office, the Pepsi executive started to decline Jobs' offer. Financially, Sculley said, "You'd have to give me $1 million salary, $1 million bonus, and $1 million severance if Sculley would move to California." But Scully would commit only to being a consultant from New York. At that, Jobs issued a challenge to Scully. Do you want to spend the rest of your life selling sugared water, or do you want to change the world? In his autobiography, Odyssey, Scully admits Jobs' challenge knocked the wind out of me, he said. He said he'd become so caught up with his future at Pepsi, his pension, and whether his family could adapt to life in California that an opportunity to, quote, change the world, end quote, nearly passed him by. He put his life in perspective and went to Apple. We must not miss our opportunity to change the world. Let's buy the opportunity for an epic-making revival. Allow God to birth vision in you. Vision that will motivate you to faith and action. Vision is a life changer, a rearranger, a cause producer. It'll give you a cause to live for. Its hunger can be insatiable, a motivating force, creating energy and energizing creativity. Let me read that again. Its hunger can be, talking about vision, God-given vision. Its hunger can be insatiable, a motivating force, creating energy and energizing creativity. Vision moves us from mere mental assent to physical exertion. It separates the hearer from the doer, a convert from a disciple, and mediocrity from excellence. Vision is also what separates a ripe harvest from a reaped harvest.